Meanwhile, genome sequencing conducted by the West African Center for Cell Biology and Infectious Pathogens has revealed one's blood group is crucial when it comes to whether one will exhibit COVID-19 symptoms or not. According to the WACCBIP study, persons with blood group A are usually symptomatic, whilst those with blood group O tend to be carriers of the virus who don't show any symptoms. Dr. Peter Kwashi is a senior research fellow at WACCBIP.
There seems to be some association of symptomatic cases with blood group A and a very strong positive correlation of asymptomatic cases with blood group O. The current best practices in Ghana, given our low vaccination coverage, is that social distancing and mask wearing are the best practices so far. We have a high level of asymptomatic spread with increasing seroprevalence. And then what we also saw, because variants arrived in Ghana at least a month later than they arrived in other countries which did not have antigen testing.
Let's explore this more. We are joined by Dr. Peter Kwashi. He is on Zoom. Thank you very much, Doc, for your time here on JoyNews Prime. I'm sure people who are watching us right now who are with, the blood group O must say this is good news for us. Is it, or there's caution? Hello, Doc. You have to unmute your device so we can hear you.
Yes,
yes, we can hear you now. Great.
Yes, there's definitely caution. This report is still preliminary. And it doesn't mean that everybody who has blood group O will not have symptoms.
Okay.
What we've seen is that, so we set out to try to understand why in Ghana and countries like Ghana, we are not getting a lot of symptomatic cases. And there were some reports, and we know that the population has a high number of people with blood group O. Yeah. So just by looking at how many of the people who have symptomatic disease have certain blood groups and how many have with asymptomatic disease have certain blood groups, what we could see is that if you had asymptomatic disease, you were more likely to have blood group O. If you were symptomatic, you were likely to have A or some of the others. And again, this is preliminary. It doesn't mean you're completely protected. And so
yes.
It's not something that people should go out and say, I have blood group O, so I'm coming.
And even if you're vaccinated, you definitely should take precaution, I guess.
Yes, yes. Like what we're seeing with this current wave, where even if you're vaccinated and you get infected, you might not show any symptoms, but you'll be a vector to someone else.
But Doc, help us understand, does being asymptomatic necessarily mean that even if you get infected with COVID-19, you'll not die?
Asymptomatic means you don't have infection, and usually that means that you won't die.
Great. That's very interesting. Thank you very much. That's Dr. Peter Kwashi with WACCBIP there, and they have carried out a study on the relationship between your blood group and the possibility of being infected with COVID-19 and whether or not you would show symptoms. You're watching JoyNews Prime with me, Anna Smith.